boy, here we go. Three Dev Adam is a Turkish movie released in 1973 that stars both Spider-Man and Captain America and was 100% completely unauthorized to do so. The title, as far as I could find, translates to
Three Giant Men.
Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. But it's okay, guys. They call him Spider in the movie. See, it's totally different, okay? Turkey was apparently really good at completely disobeying copyright law in the 70s. I mean, how could we forget Turkish Star Wars? They didn't give a single shit. But who the hell needs Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire to play Spider-Man when you have, Tevfik Sen? That is definitely not at all how you pronounce that. And because it was made in the 70s, the only quality going to be available for it is one that looks and sounds like it was filmed on an actual Game Boy camera, which may either dramatically improve or worsen the experience. I guess we'll have to watch and see. So here we go, I guess. I want to show you how this movie starts because it is absolutely baffling. Spider-Man, you gotta help? Don't just stand there. So, as it turns out, Spider-Man is the villain in this movie. Guess he's finally gone off the deep end after looking up his name on Twitter. At least that explains why he's just watching as a woman is decapitated in front of him. Oh my god, I'm so not ready for this. These opening credits go on for about 10 hours. Is this the entire thing? Jesus Christ. This here is apparently the Captain America for this story, who learns that the criminal mastermind, Spider-Man, and his gang are in Turkey, and they've been money laundering in Mexico by stealing expensive artifacts, selling them at marked up prices in America, and then buying them again, but by using counterfeit money? I think? I don't know, guys. I'm just going by what the subtitles are telling me. Obviously, Spider-Man's become quite notorious for his dastardly crimes, placing him right in the crosshairs of the local mafia, who's been actively hunting him down. Ah, holy shit! Adios, mafia. I'm not quite sure how I feel about witnessing Spider-Man shank a guy to death. There is a lot of copyrighted music used in this movie that I am 1000% sure wasn't properly licensed either, which further goes to show how little of a shit they gave about being sued. Cap explains that Spider-Man wears a mask because he is a child-minded lunatic. I wonder why that might be. Maybe because he literally is a child! And that Cap himself wears a special bulletproof suit. This, I assume, will become important later. So Cap goes after Spider-Man because he kidnaps this random girl and so finally dons the Captain America outfit. And whoa, off he goes. Cap comes to the rescue of the imprisoned girl, killing the shit out of this guy. I see we're operating on Batman logic here of not quite killing, but severely injuring to the point of where I doubt they'll ever be able to walk again. What is he doing? I mean, hey, if it works. Not even the threat of a firearm is enough to stop Cap when he's on a bloodlust-fueled rampage, since he can just bitch slap it out of the way. Nearby, Spider-Man hears the gunshots, but before he can get the hell out of there, the two finally encounter each other. Whoop, and he's out of there! Cap gives chase, but thanks to Spider-Man's genius tactics of going in the opposite direction, he manages to evade him. Or not, because Cap can teleport, I guess. I'm just trying to imagine what it must have been like to see two men dressed up in superhero costumes running frantically through the bushes while filming this movie. Oh my god, Steve, have mercy! He's just a boy! After receiving the beatdown of his life, Spider-Man uses his superpowers to make an escape by getting into a car and driving off. I'm going to ask honestly, did anyone who worked on this movie actually know who Spider-Man is? Oh my god, he's insane! As that's going on, we're introduced to our third giant man. Okay, who the fuck is that? I know Spider-Man, and I know Captain America, but what is that an OC? Oh my god, it's Captain Underpants. I knew it. He keeps shoving things down his pants. Must just be an endless void down there. So Captain Underpants breaks into a martial arts dojo and proceeds to beat the ever-living shit out of all the people there, which maybe could have been avoided had they not all waited their turn.
Ama sevgilim bugünkü olayları küçümseyemeyiz.
Hepsinin şanı cehenneme.
Man, puberty hit Peter hard. Anyway, in the meantime, Spider-Man is up to his usual heroic antics.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
There are a lot of things that happen in this movie that I'm either too dumb to understand or the movie just doesn't do a very good job of explaining, but I guess I'm expecting far too much from a rip-off movie from the 70s. It's just really hard to tell who's meant to be who and what's going on when everyone is 2 pixels in quality. We're then treated to a scene where Spider-Man tortures some guy by placing a hollow tube in front of his face and then putting guinea pigs through it. I'm not sure how one even begins to come up with something like that, but I am fairly certain nearly any other method would have been more effective. Then there's the scene of a silhouetted woman dancing for what feels like 20 hours, and it gradually devolves into something I definitely can't show on YouTube. Hey, what can I say? We keep things PG on this channel. Also, I like money. The fact that it doesn't serve the plot in any shape or form and goes on for just so long makes it really, really uncomfortable. Both Captain America and Underpants team up with absolutely no prior discussion, and then they go in here and beat some guys up, and there's a lot of punching and kicking and hitting and punching. With those two preoccupied, Spider-Man is free to walk in on a random couple making out in the shower and just fucking stabs them for no reason other than because he's a dick. Some of the transitions between scenes in this movie are hilarious just because of how abrupt they are. And here we're treated to perhaps the most awkward sex scene in all of cinema. It was at this point I'd realized I'd actually died midway through watching this, and this was just what my brain was showing me in my last moments. I mean, it's the only way I can explain whatever the actual fuck is going on. I just feel like this scene would have been drastically better if he'd kept the costume on. Captain America comes out of literally nowhere and engages in an epic battle with Spider-Man. And the other guy's here too, I guess. But I think there's like 2 Spider-Mans? Spider-Men? Because they're both fighting him at the same time, but in different rooms. Oh my god, I'm so fucking confused. Both Spider-Mans are getting the shit kicked out of them though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Eventually, the two figure out they've been assaulting the wrong guy, because another Spider-Man appears and flees the scene, who is then promptly beaten within an inch of his life as well. Oh wait, there's yet another one. I guess he's the real one?
Good night, Americanos!
The Caps head to a club where they find members of Spidey's gang and they just start really going at it. I honestly thought at least the fight scenes would keep this movie entertaining, but it's just diminishing returns by this point. Cap doesn't even wear his suit for the final battle, he's just in a freaking shirt and pants. Wow, I guess it really was bulletproof. Lucky for him though, despite it not working the first 3 times, this guy doesn't think to aim anywhere other than his chest. Spider-Man appears again with a new secret weapon, a Glock. Cap has nothing to worry about since everyone only aims for the one spot. There's more fighting and you can tell they're not even trying anymore because I'm 90% sure he didn't even make contact with him there. It's starting to look like a freaking WWE match. And now there's another Spider-Man. What the fuck is- how many of them are there? Anyway, so he kills that one too. Oh my god, are you... Who's even the real Spider-Man anymore? Was there ever a real Spider-Man? Are you the real Spider-Man? Am I? So he violently dispatches that one too, and... Yep. Okay. This movie doesn't end. He just keeps killing Spider-Man until another one appears in an endless loop for all of eternity. This is my hell now. I think they actually killed the actor there. Holy shit.
Darling.
Oh wait, I think it's finally over. Okay, no, I did that. But a Spider-Man does appear in the back of a police car. Why are we laughing? Okay, so what the actual fuck did I just watch? Let's do some research, shall we? So first and foremost, who the hell is this guy? Well, apparently he's some Mexican wrestler named El Santo, who prior to his passing rarely showed his face in public without his mask. So naturally, the film faithfully adapts him by having him barely wear it. Nice going, guys. Spider-Man is the villain in the film because Turkey wasn't very familiar with Spider-Man comics at the time, which explains not only why he has not a single one of his regular comic abilities, but also why he's a fucking arsehole who can apparently clone himself at will. How this was legal in any way, I have absolutely no idea, but I gotta respect the Mad Lads for doing it at all. Also, it's taken me until now to realize Cap didn't even have his shield in the entire movie. They didn't get anything right. And according to Wikipedia, this girl was meant to be Steve's girlfriend, but she's never properly introduced or mentioned for a majority of the film, so that's good to know. Overall, 3 Dabadam is... It's not great. I fucking hate this movie. Anyone that complains about MCU movies being boring, I want you to watch this. My god, that was the longest hour of my life. I'm sure there are some that could get some enjoyment out of the absurdity of it all. I mean, Spider-Man stabs a guy, strangles a woman to death in the shower, and dies at least 500 times and comes back to life anyway. It's definitely an experience, but it's just so nonsensical and all over the place that I found it way too hard to get into, even with the surprisingly enjoyable action. And I had subtitles. But if you're interested in checking it out for yourself, the whole movie is available on YouTube, at least at the time of me making this video. As for me, I think I'm going to watch an actually good movie next. I can't keep doing this to myself. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios, Mafia.